Good day to you all class. This is Exponential Computers, its extension for senior secondary schools in Katsina State for SS3 Lesson 2. I'm Abdullahi Alhat by name, the presenter of the program. So today we are going to look about the characteristics and the categories of human rights. So below here are the outline. The first one, universality of human rights. The second one, inalienability of human rights. So let us take it one after the other. So for us to discuss it, in our previous class we have discussed what is human rights, and we have mentioned so many international human rights organizations that are protecting the citizens of every country against the violation of their rights. So now, today let us look at about human rights before we proceed again. Human rights are norms, are rights that aspire to protect all people everywhere from severe political, legal, and social abuses. When we talk about human rights, those are the rights that an individual have or that an individual has in his own country. As a citizen of that country concerned, every citizen in his country, he has the right so that, and those rights must not be violated. Those rights must be respected. For instance, now, an individual in every country, he has the right to life. So it is Almighty God that bless everybody with a what? With a life. So since it is Almighty Allah that give us life, nobody will take it away from you. So this right must be maintained and must be respected. So with condition, you cannot say that it is Almighty that give you that bless you with life. You can do whatever you like. No, there are some rules and regulation governing the such life that you have. Whenever you committed an offense that is against what? That is against your right. Your right must be violated, and nobody will question about it. For instance, now, when you take the secret of your country and take it to another country, we call it as a sabotage. This security sabotage is injurious to your country. So when you have found guilty about the offense, you can be able to be sentenced to death. Maybe it can be by hanging or something else. So at that time, you cannot say that you have right to life because you have commit an offense that terminate your right. You have right to move. That's right to movement. You have the right from every corner of Nigeria. You have the right to go to Lagos, Abuja, Ibadan, Enugu without looking your identity, or you are from north, we are from south. You are free Nigeria to go everywhere you like. But there are some circumstances that you cannot go anywhere. When there is a war, maybe in Lagos, or there is a riot in Lagos, or there is something else in Lagos, or there is some disasters. For instance, when it is time for COVID-19, the people are not going anywhere. You will not go anywhere. You can only, even work, you just work at home. You cannot go anywhere because every state has been closed due to this natural disaster. So due to that, you cannot say that you have right to movement because that right, it will not work at that particular junction because something tangible have come up, which is very, very important, and you are right, it will not work there. So there is some certain circumstance that may disqualify you your right to be terminated. That's it. And all those human rights that we are talking about, it has been mentioned in the Nigerian constitution, and it has been protected and backed by the Nigerian constitution, because Nigerian constitution has made everything there. So whenever there is a problem or there is a violation of your right, it is the only court that will make judgment to make sure that they have did the needful to restore your right. Yes. So the next aspect is universal of human rights. Human rights are universal. Human rights are those rights that are given to a person as soon as he or she is born. Those rights are universal. It doesn't matter the tribe, religion, or sex of the person. When we talk about universal, we mean something that everybody can use it. So those are the rights that an individual have, that every individual in the country have to enjoy it because he's alive. For example, right to life. Every citizen, this is a universal right. Every citizen in the country, nobody has the right to kill anybody. You have to what? You have to life. Then the second one, right to vote and be voted for. Whenever the time of election come up, whether you are from poor family, whether from you are from rich family, whether you are black, whether you are male, whether you are female, you have the right to go and vote. Whether you are Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, or TB, you have the right to go and vote, and you have the right to come out to come out people to elect you as their leader, because it is people that will select their leaders. So you have the right to vote and you have the right to be voted for. Human rights are inalienable and immutable. Aside from the fact that human rights are universal, they are also inalienable and immutable. Many political philosophers are of the opinion that human rights are given by God to everyone, and as such, they shall not be taken or changed by anyone. They are seen as inherent rights that cannot be taken away from the person. As I said earlier, what you understand, so many political philosophers says that there are so many rights that it cannot be taken away to an individual because it is Almighty Allah that blessed them with this right, and it cannot be taken away by Him. For instance, right to life. Human rights are indivisible and interrelated. This is a popular diagram associated with human rights. It posits that all human rights are related, and for one to be ensured, the government must protect others too. For instance, if government want to protect the right to life, they have to ensure that citizens have good shelter, food, and a good environment to live. So it is part of the responsibility of the government to make sure that they protect the citizens so that they should bring the needful, so that, for instance, now it is part of its duties to make sure that social amenities are available in every community. These social amenities include the good shelter, food, good conducive environment, good road, and many more. So it has to be provided by the government. And the next one is human rights are inherent. This is very important feature of human rights. In fact, almost all the characteristics has already mentioned before now were drawn from the fact that human rights are inherent. What is this means that human rights are not given by the government through its legislation or any other person. They are rights that are inherent in the virtue of the fact that he is a human being. Human rights are protected by the court of law. Another characteristic of human rights is that they are protected by the court of law. This is one of the core responsibilities of the court in the states to make sure that every right of the citizens will not be violated, and if it is violated, to make sure that the offenders has been punished accordingly. Thank you for listening. You can now subscribe to our YouTube channel, Exponential Computers, for the recorded lesson. I'm Abdullah Alhad by name, the presenter. Thank you so much. Good day.